Hey guys, hello world I guess. My name is Edouard Montaz, I'm a French golf coach and I'm happy today to introduce you my new golf channel called Golf Legacy. It has been a long time that I was thinking about doing a new channel because for the last decades I was on YouTube teaching the wonderful pedagogy and philosophy of Sean Clement called Wisdom in Golf. If you haven't, I'm sure you know Sean, but if you haven't discovered his channel, please, after this video, go and check Sean Clement Wisdom in Golf. The master, my master, and he changed my life a long time ago, like about 15 years, because I was struggling with my game so much, a long story short, and I was looking for a new way of feeling my golf swing, and I went on YouTube, searching for new philosophy, and I went on YouTube and discovered Sean Clement in 2007, I guess, and my game changed, my life changed, because I started to work with Sean 3 years after in 2009 and became his French instructor and now as European director for Europe. So for the last decade, I've been the most viewed and followed teacher in France, with more than 7 million views on YouTube, so it's enormous. But now is for me the time to really talk to you guys in a language you can understand. And golf is English. My mother is Canadian, so I speak English, I understand English, but I get tongue-tied because I don't speak too much in Paris, so please don't be too harsh with me. And I'm going to teach you through these videos all the legacy that we have to see in golf, when you look at all the players in the history, but also the legacy that Sean gave me 15 years ago, and I'm going to give it back to you with all my heart and all my knowledge and all, if I can say, my wisdom. So today's legacy is about Bobby Jones, okay, one of the best players in the history. And Bobby Jones is a poster boy for us in Wisdom in Golf. And let me start this video by talking about, before Bobby Jones, Bryson DeChambeau, because Bryson becomes also today a poster boy for us. Why? Because Bryson used to be a master, he was trying to be a master at consistency in his golf swing, and was a bit for us at Wisdom in Golf too technical. But then 3 years ago or 2 years ago, he decided to change the world of golf and trying to hit the ball the further he could and to be consistent at the same time. So now, if you look at the swing of Bryson DeChambeau, you're gonna see exactly the same backswing as Bobby Jones, okay? A huge hip turn, because he needs to gather as much momentum as he can to whip the club to his target. And that's so awesome for us at Wisdom in Golf, because Sean has been teaching this for 25 years. But you know, sometimes in golf, things are a bit difficult to change. And you have seen all this business for the last 30 years with the X factor and resisting with the lower body. Now it's starting to go away, but we still have to fight this, because our machine here is built to swing a golf club. So let's start right now. I have the GC quad with me into this instruction with Bobby Jones. So this golf legacy, the golf legacy of Bobby Jones today, is inevitably huge and wonderful backswing that you have to all look for, because the prime directive when you play golf is to not hurt yourself and to have fun. And for these two, you have to be able to whip the club without effort to your targets. So you will always hear this in every video I make in Golf Legacy. It always starts for your brain with a target and a specific ball flight to access this target. So I'm going to move to this camera and check my target. So you see, I want to take this ball, and you see this little white band here is what we call an intermediate spot to align myself to my target. My target is the black post in the middle of the net, and I'm going, for example, to fade the ball there. So I'm going to start the ball left edge of this white band and fade it back to my target. That's my flight plan. Now I'm going to take my example because I'm my very best example. And before I met Sean, I used to swing with the X Factor. I was having back issues all the time, and it was horrible, okay? So I'm going to get back to this for you guys, but not for a long time. So I aim to the left edge of this white band. I take my grip. We'll check back for all the fades and draws and all this in other videos. But the question we have today is, is my backswing complete? So my X backswing looked like this. I was trying to have quiet legs and used to turn my shoulders like this. And you can tell from here, if you look at me, that I cannot feel that I can whip the club like this, whip the club easily. So I used to play like this for about 10 years, to be honest with you. And we're going to check on the GC quad the carry I have with my 7-iron, and I'm going to really try to squeeze this ball to my target. So let's check this out. So restricted backswing. Wow. I did the best I could. So now I have 137 yards of carry, okay? And I'm a tall guy, and I was like this before, and I was like, it's impossible. How am I so short? You see what I mean? So when we look at Bobby Jones, you have to understand the era he was in. There was no physiologist. All these players were driving their cars to their tournaments, sleeping in motels. You see what I mean? It was not the business of golf like today with a 10 coach around you and a chiropractor and all this stuff. So their goal was to make money by putting balls on targets. And at this time, there was no camera. So they were not trying to imitate a golf swing. They were trying to to realize the task of swinging this club this way. And if you go like this, that's why when you see all the kids play golf, they never restrict. If you don't have a coach who tells you to restrict, no one will restrict. And other sports like tennis, hockey, for example, or baseball, no one resists also. So only in golf, because for many guys, many people in this industry, they think that golf is static. It's not static, it's dynamic, okay? And you need your body to be free to access your targets. So let's look right now at the difference with a full backswing. So for you to feel this, you're gonna get to the ball and ask you a very simple question. Ask yourself a very simple question. If I get here, do I feel that I can whip the club? No way, I have to push on the club. If I let my hips turn, much better. Still not finish. It's finished. And you can get to this. Look at my left heel. That is Bobby Jones. That's Bubba Watson, okay? So that's as far as I can go without leaving my eyes on the ball and without trying to resist in any shape or form. So let's see right now the difference in the GC quad with the carry. So I'm going to fade my ball started here, okay, and make it fade back there. And let's see what happens with the carry of the golf ball. Let's go. Huge backswing and huge release. 155 yards carry. Imagine the difference. And the question I ask myself is, how much effort did I use to do this? On a scale of 1 to 10, it was about 2 or 3. So no effort. But how much speed did I create? About a 6 or 7 on 10. You see what I mean? So if you love business, I've put 2 or 3 and I got 7 or 6 in speed. That's great. So I feel right now that I can repeat this day in and day out. So please, guys, and I'm going to talk with you about this in every videos, stop looking at swings. Start feeling your body and feeling what your body needs to be fluid to a target. And I think that Bryson DeChambeau can talk about it right now, because look at his wonderful backswing and the distances he gets from his driver. It's awesome. You will see the most finished backswing you can ever get. See, if you compare, I'm going to put a picture here between, for example, Bobby Jones, Bryson DeChambeau, Jack Nicklaus, and Bubba Watson, for example, and you will see that all these backswing look the same. And you're going to tell me, we are all different. That's true. But this structure is the same for everyone. Someone are have more flexibility than others. But one thing is sure, your spine is not designed to twist. So if you resist here and turn here, you're going to get injured. And that's what we don't want in Wisdom in Golf and today with Golf Legacy. So, last question we get, last question we ask ourselves. Okay, I resist. Do I feel that I can whip the club? If I try to whip, look at my body language right now. Look at my mouth. Okay? If I want to swing this club right now, watch, I have to push and get in front of the ball to access my target. If now I have a complete motion, watch the difference. I look at the ball, in my mind, I want to start the ball here to my target, that's my prime directive. And I ask my brain, because we can talk to our brain, he's really disciplined. So, my eyes on the ball, my focus is to whip the club this way. Give me, brain, the most spectacular and fluid and gathered backswing you can give me right now, please. Oh, so good. And I can stay here all day long. And when I want to start, I can do it from the top of the backswing, you see? So that's great. I can do this exercise again. Full backswing. What is my goal right now? Whip the club to my target. Wow. That's so cool. So the legacy of Bobby Jones, there's many more legacies from Bobby Jones for sure, but the first you have to look at is a huge backswing with no restriction. I know that for some of you who are still loving the X Factor and golf is supposed to be a sport, and when you see this kind of backswing you think that I'm dancing, but I tell you, I want to dance like Bobby Jones, Ben Hogan, Byron Nelson, and all these guys who have won majors and who could play all their life, and that's what I want for you guys. So please, don't try to be a robot, listen to your body, and try these two tasks, resist, and ask your brain, okay, give me the full backswing I need. Your brain will give you this, your hip will turn, and you will get a whip to your target without effort. That's what I want for you. And the last question I get, now we know the legacy of Bobby Jones, the last question I ask you today, what is your golf legacy? See you soon, guys.